by Kessler.
BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. You know, Grant, looking at the career of Collin Sexton, he had a huge third season, averaged 24 a game.
Yeah, BA, and unfortunately, Collin hurt his knee early during his 4th year. Had season-ending surgery, but we've seen Sexton make a full comeback and just a dynamic scoring guard.
George's shot is off. And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. From outside, off the mark. For 3, George. He drops it from range.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Here's Sarr. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Sarr using all of his length and athleticism to tell this league that he has arrived.
Markkanen left side. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line to try to make it a three-point play. And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assists. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
7 feet, really good at shooting the basketball. A decent handle. Lauri Markkanen starts to tinker on that unicorn category.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Sexton, that's good.
Toughness there shown by Collin Sexton. No stranger to having to outmuscle the defense from time to time.
It's George on the wing. Kispert outside. To the middle. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by George. To the inside. Takes a 3. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Will Hardy. I talked with him about how he's approaching matching up with Jordan Poole tonight, and he said to make sure we don't lose him on defense, we have to talk and we have to know where he is. Expects his team to be very active and talkative here tonight. Guys?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Poole. That one goes in. Sarr's got his second basket on the night.
Yeah, I love seeing Sarr get a little more physical there inside.
Outside Sexton. He takes it in. And he jams it home with authority.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
On target from range.
Poole becoming a better distributor of the basketball, so finding those chances and trying to get guys better looks, that's part of his game.
Now here's Kessler. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Kessler down low. Second shot opportunity. Collins outside. Shot clock at 6. Markkanen outside. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And here's Poole. It's George on the wing. They double team George. And stolen by Markkanen. Inside. Collins. That one drops for him.
And he really enjoys inside play. John Collins explosive there.
Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Grant. A franchise low 15 wins.
You know, BA, it started with trading away their star, Bradley Beal, before the season. But I like their new direction, prioritizing the future and developing talent.
George with the bucket.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Utah leading by 4. Fires for 3. He buries it from 3. George has got 11 points.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give him some space, let him get to work.
And he commits the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Oh, it's Holmes with the big jam.
Richaun Holmes with the flush.
Here's Collier. Oh, are you kidding me? Wow. Amazing.
Man.
And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Ooh, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Hendricks for three. Collier, no good. The Wizards trail by 7. Out to the wing. Here's Holmes. Oh, it's Holmes with the big jam.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Shot's good by Sensabaugh.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Gay. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. Here's the three. And so it's the Utah Jazz earning this break in the action, up 10. They've been aggressive in transition. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And from what we've seen from the Jazz, what's your take so far?
On the front foot, really right off the tip. They've been ruthless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
Pass to Filipowski. Here's Collier. With the drive. Here's Sensabaugh. 6 to shoot. Kicks it out to Clarkson. Pulls up at the elbow. Rebound Washington.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Here's Gay. He's scoreless. Pass to Holmes. Oh, it's Holmes with the big jam.
And there's the strength coming through of Richaun Holmes, the N1.
Washington shooting their first free throw this game. That free throw good from Holmes. Grant, a big reason for Utah to be excited about the future. Their young head coach, Will Hardy.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's had this team competitive after trading away both Mitchell and Gobert. And I love how Hardy has developed guys like Lauri Markkanen. Unreal play to take on the contact and get it to go.
Well, Brent, there's some players who never stop talking trash on the court. Was that distracting to you?
Not really, B.A. That's kind of the fun part of the game when somebody's trying to get under your skin a little bit. If it's not just playing defense and it comes with a little chit-chat, it sometimes draws your attention and makes you focus a little bit more.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Wizards last season for the first time in a long time hitting the reset button. The losing record, no surprise, but they're trying to build something from the ground up. Enough of treading water in the middle, Brian. They're 45 straight seasons without hitting 50 wins, the longest such streak in NBA history.
Oof, not good there, Allie. Thank you. Counted. Filipowski's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, a combo guard who can do a lot of things decently well. Jordan Clarkson, solid at dishing that rock.
Launches it. Champagnie, that's good.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Collier, no good. Wizards trail by 7. Here's Johnson. There's the drive. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Down low. Here's Gay. Hey, how's that for an answer. Right back with the dunk.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? A nice shot by Filipowski. Filipowski's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
And he drives in. Johnson for three. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor, and they give him a good open look from the perimeter.
Here's Collier. Deflected. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Gay misses.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
Nails it from beyond the arc. Give him 8 points now.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed and getting out on it.
And it's Utah with the ball. Their next game is at FedEx Forum in Memphis for a matchup with the Grizzlies. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Here's Collier. He has 6.
Well, aside from that possession, they've done a pretty good job of keeping the turnovers way down this game.
Wizards trail by 4. Here's Poole. Outside Coulibaly. Three-pointer off the mark. The Jazz on offense. Pass to Kessler. Back to Markkanen. Collins outside. And Collins with the slam.
Way too easy for Collins. With ideal positioning, he's a real problem out there.
1:09 left to play in the first half. Putting on the Jets, Jordan Poole. To the paint. Here's Azubuike. Off target at the rim. Jazz leading by 6. Here's Sexton. Here's Collins.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
The drive by Poole. George with it. Picked up by Collins. Poole outside. Pass to Azubuike. The kick out to Poole. Puts up a 3. Kessler with a rebound.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Here's Markkanen. It's Markkanen scoring inside.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Poole outside. Outside Coulibaly. Washington again can't hit. Here's George. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. Utah ahead, leading by 10. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. The Wizards trail by 10. Kicks it to George. Pass to Azubuike. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And another area where Poole continues to work has just become a much more effective passer.
Oh, hello.
Well, the Jazz are one of just 10 NBA franchises to never win a championship.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard to believe considering they have the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Think about it. If it weren't for one Michael Jordan, they'd probably have 2 rings.
Pass to Markkanen. Count it. Markkanen's got 7 points.
Oh, he submitted
Their
it?
defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
And it's Poole with the ball for Washington. It's a 10-point game. That'll be game 5 for them as they near the end of a 6-game trip.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
High post Kessler. Outside Sexton. Pass to Collins. And then it's Collins with the dunk.
Agility coming into play there as Collins moves so well and so quickly in those pick-and-roll sets.
And here's Kispert from the arc. Utah leading by 12. Here's Sexton. It's Markkanen on the wing. Back to Sexton. 3-pointer. Hits the trifecta. 7 points in the game.
Looking better and better from that range is Colin Sexton.
Poole with the ball. Picked up by Sexton. And here's Kispert from the arc. Buries it from 3. Kispert's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Well, Grant, it's obvious who's been in control of this game.
You know, you really have to appreciate their relentlessness.
It's George on the drive. And George
And 5
with the
out.
jam.
Seeing the
fives out.
opening, George does not hesitate. I mean, just a great move.
And I thought I was tripping, but now it makes sense why he don't.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half.
Why he don't stream.
Pass to Kispert. And stolen by Markkanen.
Yeah.
And now the Jazz on the run in transition. Here's Sexton. George outside. The 3. Rebound Washington.
No.
And that's their
He
first
does it
miss
real
after hitting
smooth.
4 in a row to start the half.
He'll do it like
Gets it
on
in
a
close.
fast break.
Poole
So like
cashing in
big
from the
man
shallow end.
won't be down
Jazz
yet,
leading by 12.
and he'll put him in
Well,
5
whenever
out.
Jordan Poole is out there, Brent,
So
you expect
big
some
man
highlight
running
reel
down,
moments.
Well, there's no doubt that Jordan Poole's the kind of player that's going to take some chances.
So your
Sometimes
big is
it doesn't go so well, but when the times pay off, BA, it is spectacular.
Here's Kessler. Kicks it out to Markkanen. To the inside. 5 on the clock.
Like
Here's
he
Sexton.
just did it. He
And
just
there's
did
the
it.
slam dunk to finish it off.
When you don't get in his way, Sexton's going to get up there and throw it down.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, John Collins is fitting nicely on the Jazz, and Coach Will Hardy said he's given us a huge lift on the offensive end. He's a tough cover, the way he's able to mix up popping and rolling. The defense can't prepare for just one thing. It makes him a dynamic threat.
Able to score on multiple levels, Allie. Thank you. To the middle. Kessler. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Kessler. So for the Wizards. And it's Washington with the ball. They trail by 11. Going inside. The kick out to Johnson. Inside. They've got numbers. Back to Clarkson. It's hauled in by Carrington.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
There's no debate there. He's got hammered.
He was playing.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Jazz.
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
Well, they've also put an emphasis on driving inside in this game. The defense hasn't been able to stop them from finding those gaps.
Pass to Gay. Here's Carrington. Washington again can't hit. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Here's Collier. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Beat him to the spot.
Collier's got 8.
And we think of Clarkson often as a scorer, but there, making the unselfish pass, just great work.
Knocks down the triple.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Pass to Hendricks. Here's Sensabaugh. Beyond the arc. Gay with a rebound. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Champagnie. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
I just love the ball movement.
Driving in. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Come on now. This kind of powerful finish gets guys going.
Yeah, especially when it's coming from your point guard. What a flush.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Uncovered. The rebound by the Wizards.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
From outside the arc. Gay's shot is good. Give him 8.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Utah ahead. Three tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Utah leading by 5. Here's Collier. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
No, this is about as high-octane a game as you're going to find.
Snatched away. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Rebounded by Champagnie. Wizards trail by 7.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Three-pointer. Shot that time, not on target.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Here's Sensabaugh. Off target with the 3.
He thought about it.
He didn't make them pay for that
but
weak
he's
defense,
like,
but
nah.
they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Champagnie. Holmes with it. Oh, the teardrop falls in.
And I love the edge that Rashawn is playing with right now. It's what helps him capitalize through contact.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He clearly
I
wants
don't
to
know why
talk it
you
over
talking to me
and
like
make sure
that.
everyone is focused. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Who's going to play?
I was able to listen in on what Will Hardy was going over with his team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
First one falls. It's both from the stripe. Well, Brent, since 1980, the Wizards have had home court advantage in the playoffs just one time.
BA, do you want to have anything that you want to share that's positive about the Wizards? I mean, this team has not made it out of the second round in that span. So hard to envision that happening anytime soon. We got a long way to go.
And it's Poole with the ball for Washington. 7-point differential. The quick look, no good that time. Clarkson outside. Here's Hendricks. Clarkson outside. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
That is a tough move for Clarkson. Not the biggest guy on the floor, but making the biggest plays.
And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
BA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well.
Coulibaly on the wing. Pass to Kispert. Here's Sarr. And the layup is good off the glass.
Yeah, in the lane there. I mean, that's easy money for Sarr.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth.
I didn't see that coming. He sinks a pretty dicey shot.
Now here's Poole. Oh, what an effort by Poole!
Now staying active and staying energetic, that's how they want Jordan Poole to play all the time.
Here's Collier. Lets it go from deep. Drains the triple. Collier's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
Shot's good by Sarr.
They have no answer defensively inside.
For three, Collier. And it's Poole with a rebound.
They get this rebound, but they haven't been able to keep up on the boards. They're lucky the game is as close as it is.
Drills it from deep.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Here's Clarkson. Over to the left wing. Here's Sensabaugh. And the three off target. The Wizards trail by 6. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Jazz on D. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Outside Coulibaly. Now Poole. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Wizards need to get off a shot here. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Jazz leading by 6. Here's Sexton. Pass to Markkanen. Kessler with it. Kicks it to George. Driving to the basket. And down it goes. 2 points. And the Jazz lead by 8.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close range look.
Here's Poole. And Poole fighting through contact.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Collins outside. Pass to George. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
And there's no
How's
question
Jordan
George
Poole
can
tired?
fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
And he ends up making the second. And that makes it a 7-point lead. And we've got 1:18 left in the fourth. Pass to Sarr. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
He did it in France, and he'll do it here too. Sarr showing no hesitation being a rookie.
Outside Sexton. Down low. Here's Collins. Ooh, locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Here's Brogdon. Good D by Kessler.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
It's George on the wing. To the inside. Kessler down low. Soft touch off the glass. And it's a 9-point Jazz lead.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
for three. Sexton offline. So we see the Jazz get the...
Choosing violence. If you see me out in public, you don't know me, keep it silent. I'm screaming, but outside I keep it quiet. Keep it on low ski, I'm the lowest of the lowest. But I think you can keep it like nobody knows. Keep it on low ski, I'm the lowest of the lowest. But I think you can keep it like nobody knows. I need total confidential private. Don't want no one thinking I'm a robot. Time so strange that we on the first class trip. Don't work my nerves, you know I can board it. We ain't no more. You talk that talk, but he no match to win. So whatever you need, don't call me. Calling all this out on me, I like to get it poppin', but these in my business got me out here choosing violence. If you see me out in public, you don't know me, keep it silent. You know, I'm screaming, but outside I keep it quiet. Keep it on low ski, I'm the lowest of the lowest. But I think you can keep it like nobody knows.
This nigga scared.
I'm the lowest of the lowest. But I think you can keep it like nobody knows.
Put a juice gif in there. That nigga Tupac Shakur is the greatest. He did.
It's my turn, I raise my hand. 100%, yeah, I'm all in. 100%, yeah, I'm all in. Act a fool like David dancing. Got my rock, I take my chances. Folks be asking what the plan is. I don't know till Father answers in his hands, just like the planet. We both floating, I'm just saying. Yeah. We both know we ain't gon' stay here. We departing, relocating. Save me from my woes, I'm staying. Out of my sin, I'm a brand new man. Out of this book, got a brand new friend. After world shook with the words he said, cause the other one shook when he came from the dead. The dead, yeah. Honestly, yeah, you know it's him. I can see it cause I'm knowing him. When I speak and you know it's him, better notice him.
You wanna run?
Yeah, it's my turn, I raise my hand. 100%, yeah, I'm all in. Yeah, I'm all in. Act a fool like David dancing. Got my rock, I take my chances. Got my rock, I take my chances. This right here, I couldn't have planned it. But it's happening, this ain't magic. I done tried that, all that plastic. You know, guys that are made of fabric. I done felt my skin turn static. And then washed it all in tragedy. I didn't know that was the cost. I think God, he paid that off. I was lying way too much. Satan always calling blows. He just jealous, I'm a son. Heard he lost again, that's tough. It's my turn, I raise my hand. 100%, yeah, I'm all in. 100%, yeah, I'm all in. Act a fool like David dancing. Got my rock, I take my chances. Folks be asking what the plan is. I don't know till Father answers in his hands, just like the planet. We both floating, I'm just saying.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't think he played them. No, I don't think I seen that nigga in the game.
Let me tell you.
You my little boo
thing. So I'll give a hoot what you do, say, girl, I know. You a little too tight.
I'll be
shooting that shot like 2K, girl, I know. Tell him I'm next. Tell him you find a little something too fresh, I know. Tell him I'm next. Tell him you find a little something too fresh, I know. Put a little gold in the teeth and the fit good, so I took the doors out the deep, okay. I see your brother holding your seat, no beef, but I'm trying to get the noise.
Not that much.
Don't take my talking to your
Not that much.
I can keep it chill like
He ain't going nowhere. Sarr, Koulibaly, Keyshawn George. You're not going to want him.
To the front, you a 10, baby girl, but I'm the one. You my little boo thing, so I don't give a hoot what you do, say, girl, I know. You a little too tame, I'll be shooting that shot like 2K, girl, I know. Tell him I'm next, tell him you find a little something too fresh, I know. Tell him I'm
Yeah, it was like, I see yo sneaky ass when picked him up, too. Yeah, I know. I think somebody else had picked him up. Who you got him for the rookie deal?
You my little boo thing, so I don't give a hoot what you do, say, girl, I know. You a little too tame, I'll be shooting that shot like 2K, girl, I know. Tell him I'm next.
Look like you gonna have to put some money into him.
Tell him I'm next. Tell him you find a little something too fresh, I know.
See, day run. I'll take class. But I ain't seen no motherfuckers live.
Make nobody
No
stress
man,
me, I'm
class
on the
for
way
us.
right now. When I get him, not to flex, not to chill right now. I do my thing my way, I do hold my eyes high. A million value tell you with the ball, it's a normal thing. What's up? Show my support, I kid in a big power. Now wisdom they make you they gotta. Shoka. I'm a little sometimes I do feel like it burner in my head. I was on the field. I was never playing for the under 18s. Now it's 18 carat, that's another AP. 8 cribs in my name and a couple AMGs. Send your allocation, put your ID in my navigation. She a valley got my validation. Say you on vacation, then we ain't got enough rotation. I'd rather fly you out to Niger, put you on a flight. Knowing you probably try to argue in the sky. But I'd rather lie than see you cry. We can start a family, but you don't trust men. You had no father in your life. More money, less clout. The vibe ain't right. I told my brother, let's cut. Good come. Stress me, I'm on the way right now. Alright. When I get him, not to flex, not to chill right now.
Thanks for her.
My way, I do hold my eyes high. A million value tell you with the ball, it's a normal thing. What's up?
No, he traded. Zion.
I kid in a big power. Now wisdom they make you they gotta.
Did they? Well then, yeah, that's stupid.
I'm a little sometimes I do feel like it's burner in my head.
He got messy.
Make nobody want me. To the most I need more money. In the
he got messy. Carlo Badavi.
Every son is a bangani.
Every son got a banger.
Everything she not vanity. I put body joint for my sanity. Making a basic calamity. I say I'm bringing love, the gravity. Jealousy, the jealousy. You see the signs, no be line, no be salary. Live one, no be parody.
Hummus.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brett Berry, our distinguished analyst. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. The kick out to Poole. And here's Kispert from the arc. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Grant. A franchise low 15 wins.
You know, B.A., it started with trading away their star, Bradley Beal, before the season. But I like their new direction, prioritizing the future and developing talent.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Well, Brooklyn's head coach and I got a chance to talk. I talked with him about how he's approaching matching up with Jordan Poole tonight, and he said to make sure we don't lose him on defense, we have to talk and we have to know where he is. Expects his team to be very active and talkative here tonight. Guys?
Allie, thank you. Pass to Sarr. Poole from long range. Nails it from 3.
And Poole has that unlimited kind of range. I wonder who influenced that.
The three, Smith. And the Nets miss again. And just over a minute played here to start the game. From 9 feet out, Kispert outside. Puts up a three. Rebounded by the Nets. Here's Williams. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Corey Kispert. Brooklyn shooting their initial free throws of the game here.
Williams.
The free throw drops for Williams. It's both from the stripe. You know, Grant, with the Nets, there was so much optimism just a few years back.
And it was just too bad to see things go south. It's a reminder that nothing is as easy as it seems in the NBA. Even with a superstar roster, things don't always work out. And keeping everyone involved early. Now, that typically pays dividends.
Yeah, and he's so-so from there, but when he's hitting from deep, it's a big confidence builder.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now here's Thomas. Smith outside.
I'll die on the field like that.
All sorts of time. And it's Poole with a rebound.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Kicks it to George. And here's Kispert from the arc. Gets the three ball to go.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Yeah.
Up top, Smith. Left side, Williams. Here's Thomas for three.
Oh, Cam.
It's rebounded by Washington. Beyond the arc.
Wow.
And again, Washington with a triple.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jordan Poole. That's his first foul of the game.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Hey, if he's on
Smith left side. Pass to Thomas.
Oh,
he drains the three, and he'll go to the line for one more. It's going to go on Jordan Poole.
Defensive foul. Jordan.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Washington?
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
Nets trail by 4. For three, drops in the three. Thomas has got 7.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal today.
That's the kind of head fake that'll give a guy whiplash.
He sells it all the way, right? Highly effective. A nice shot by Smith.
A dead-eye shooter. Nick Smith is great from three-point land. That might be his biggest asset to this team.
Now here's Johnson. Pass to Carrington. The three ball. Claxton with a rebound. And here are the Nets now. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run. A good look from Johnson. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Let's go with a three.
Hey,
and
oh my
Johnson
goodness.
is good for three.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
Smith into the lane. Williams from long range. And the Nets, another three.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Johnson on the wing. Fires from deep. And
AJ,
again,
what's
Washington
up,
with a
man?
triple.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
And Williams punches it home.
Yeah, nice pass by Smith. I mean, putting his teammate in position to score.
From deep, Johnson.
Check.
The rebound by the Nets. And here's the fast break. Here's Thomas for three. Rebounded by Champagny. Some changes for Brooklyn.
Man, one of those one play, half of that was one play.
The Wizards with a lead. Here's Gay. And it's rejected. From deep, Johnson. And Holmes pulls it down. And Washington with possession. Shot clock and game clock
You already
separated
know.
by less than 6
Oh.
seconds. Pass to Carrington. Here's Gay. He drops it from range. 15 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. It's Johnson with a drive. Misses in close.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really effective.
What the fuck did you
Well, we've seen some
acting
great
like this
shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. It's the Wizards. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. All right, let's quickly break down the game and what we've seen so far from the Wizards, guys.
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble
what the
a
fuck
big
was
three.
you doing
And
down
of course,
there?
that didn't quite work out. So now they're in that middle ground, which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York, the fans and media
woken up
are
this
anything
morning.
but patient and forgiving.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, the Wizards last season, for the first time in a long time, hitting the reset button. A losing record, no surprise, but they're trying to build something from the ground up. Enough of treading water in the middle, Brian. They're 45 straight seasons without hitting 50 wins, the longest such streak in NBA history.
Oof, not good there, Allie. Thank you. The shot by Johnson, no good. From deep, Melton nails it from beyond the arc. Melton's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Pass to Champagny. The three is up. Sends it home from three-point land.
That's what I said.
And the Wizards lead by 4.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Melton misses.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
Gay misses. Here's Brooklyn. From deep. Rebounded by Champagny.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Drills it from deep. Johnson's got himself on the board with a three there.
Pretty much no one's going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
In the NBA, you just...
Hey, man, you have a good day. Oh, I'm tired of it.
Play you. I came with the